Welcome to Behind the Celluloid, where we dive into daily and old school movie news for some nostalgia fun. I'm your host, Jack. Let's get started. So this is from JoeBlow.com from November 12th, 2024. Neil Marshall can't make Dog Soldiers 2, so he'll make The Werewolves of London instead. Uh-oh. Man, I love myself some Dog Soldiers. Such a great film. Director Neil Marshall made one of the all-time coolest werewolf movies with his 2002 film Dog Soldiers. Watch it here. It's so shocking that we've never gotten a sequel, especially considering we're living in a world where an American Werewolf in Paris exists. And there have been 8 Howling movies. A few years ago, Marshall said that there was, quote, more of a chance of a sequel happening than ever before. But in a recent interview, he said he feared that Dog Soldiers 2 is dead in the water. Now he has taken to social media to confirm that there's little to no hope of Dog Soldiers 2 ever happening. So he's going to make a different werewolf movie, The Werewolves of London instead. There have been rumors and premature announcements about a sequel to Dog Soldiers ever since the film made its debut in 2002. Oddly, for several years, the plans for a sequel never seemed to involve Marshall, despite the fact that he had ideas for a trilogy. A screenplay for a sequel was written, not by Marshall. The project passed through the hands of directors Andy Armstrong, M.J. Bassett, and Rob Green. But the film, referred to as Dog Soldiers Fresh Meat, never made it into production. Later, there was an attempt to make a web series called Dog Soldiers Legacy. It didn't pan out any better than Fresh Meat did. In 2020, the sequel talks finally circled back to Marshall, but then he had trouble getting a follow-up off the ground as well. Since so many fans keep asking, I figured I couldn't keep the disappointing news to myself any longer. Your unwavering loyalty deserves better. For the past 6 years, myself and original UK producer of Dog Soldiers, Christopher Figg, have been working tirelessly to negotiate for the rights to make a sequel with the US producer rights holder David E. Allen and his company Dash. 6 years! That's as long as it took to write and make the first movie. Unfortunately, these negotiations came to a sudden and unexpected halt when earlier this year, we were due to finalize and sign the agreements, and they disappeared, vanished, cut off all communication, refused to answer emails or calls. Why, you ask? I don't know why. That's the point. We simply don't know what happened or why, but the end result is that we don't have the rights to make a sequel without the deal in place, thus rendering it effectively dead. I'm sorry, we tried. We really did. And in Chris Figg's case, spent a lot of money on legal fees to do so. We wanted this for you, for all the countless fans who've asked for it, but in the end, perhaps it's just not meant to be. 19 hours later, he revealed that he hopes to make a separate project called The Werewolves of London. Since I dropped such a clanger last night, I thought I'd give fans a little moonlight at the end of the tunnel today. While I do not have the rights to make a Dog Soldiers sequel, there's nothing to stop me from making another werewolf movie, which is exactly what I intend to do. It's early days and I'm not giving away any plot details just yet. The plan is to bring as many of the original team back for this as possible, and then all we need is the money to make it. So here's Neil's Underdogs, Dog Soldiers 2 Underdogs. That was from his Instagram post that we just read from, and then this was his follow-up post. Movie poster, at least temporarily, in development. So what do you guys think? I'm pretty bummed out that there's not going to be a Dog Soldiers 2, especially with Neil attached to it. But man, if you can bring werewolves to London, I'm totally psyched. The way crowdfunding is right now, and for filmmakers, I mean, that's a possibility. I personally are lukewarm on the film aspect of crowdfunding, the way certain people I've backed have handled it. I'm not totally impressed with that. You know, I'm glad they were able to make their film, but some of us who put money into their campaigns have not actually seen the film, and other folks have. So that's the annoying part of it, but I guess that's just part of it and part of the business. If he did end up going to do crowdfunding with this, I would totally back it 100%. Always liked his movies. Really loved Dog Soldiers. That was my first introduction to him. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for taking the time and checking us out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It's free and really helps the channel grow. You can also check us out at Cthulhu Jack Presents for bite-sized movie reviews. Until next time.